Hi everyone, I guess this is the first video I'm making as far as vlogging goes. I'm going to do some editing here and I'm going to tell you a little bit of how I got into filmmaking. So I'm just going to work on this project and I'll talk about that with you. So basically, I started, you know what, let's see, where's it start? Actually start at. Okay, I gotta get back here. Like what I'm working on right now is a graduation video for this foundation. So I'm getting a lot of those together. Anyway, so basically I had a first dab into filmmaking probably back in 2016. Well, I basically got into VR or virtual reality. So I had a Oculus Rift, like the first one I ever had, and I was kind of browsing through games, which, I mean, they were pretty fun. And I discovered an app on there called Mind Show. Basically how it worked is that you could make your own animations in real time. Basically, you track your movement, your voice and everything. And you could pretty much assemble your own animated shorts, you know, series, films, music videos.
Hey, Jerry. Remember that thing I was telling you about?
Oh, you mean the cloning experiment you tried out?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I mean. I think I may have overshot it a bit, you know, by several.
And it just blew my mind because I always wanted to do animation, but I was never a good drawer or anything like that. Never got into animation programs. So basically you would sit there, you'd have your own little scenes you pick out, and once you pick out a scene, they had all sorts of different ones. You pick out your characters, then after you set all that up, you can actually jump in the characters, move in them, record audio, you know, you act like little skits it records in. And then once you get all that done, you can actually take a physical camera in virtual reality and just film everything. So yeah, I got really into that and made a basic YouTube channel, made hundreds of clips from that. And during the whole process, we talked to developers, and they were actually filmmakers themselves, which some of them worked for some pretty big in the industry. So I thought it was pretty badass. So even prior to that, I had in the whole thing with creativity, like I was in bands for several years. I was a drummer, you know, I made my own music sometimes, and it just something I kind of stuck with. Of course, the whole thing with drama, with bands, everything, I ended up leaving that. So, you know. So anyway, I played that program for a couple years. I talked to the developers and stuff, and they kind of gave me some advice on, you know, storytelling and making films and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty cool of them to do that. Anyway, they eventually, they went, not really, I don't want to say bankrupt, but they shut down the public part of it, and we ended up losing the program. And I already had a camera, so I kind of had the hankering for it, so I went ahead and just started filming stuff myself. And first thing I did, I made like little clips around the house, or if we went to public outings, I would just make little short videos from that, add music to it, you know, the whole basic thing. Then eventually I got to probably start a year, made a little short film. It wasn't anything that great, but it was just like some friends I knew, like we just kind of threw something together in the park and just kind of went from there. Eventually started networking with other people, working with bands, and just kind of blew it from there. And everything I learned, like I took online courses for, I never went to school for it. It'd be cool to, but I tried to think about it. Or at least I talked to one of the universities, but it's just, I didn't want to get stuck in more student loan debt. Because I already went to community college, had my associates, but of course I ended up getting out of that last year after the pandemic. Basically, they let us go after 2.5 years telling us that we're essential workers. But just how it goes. Get the volume here. And basically, I've just been, you know, working and sticking to it since. So basically, I got into it, and you know, I started my business back in 2020. January is when I just went all out. That's pretty much how I went to filmmaking. So I'll probably get a more in depth and more videos after that, but make sure you subscribe, and I'm going to be posting more BTS stuff for other gigs I do, and just any other input I have, I'll throw out there if I have advice, I'll probably throw that as well. But till then, see ya. I gotta finish this up.